Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. How you doing today? So much to talk about as always. I got a spiritual message and a political message for you today from the Lead Team Collective. And they wanted me to use this deck, Divine Beloved, for both messages actually. It's really interesting because I was shuffling my deck of oracle cards. Okay, so I have all my oracle cards, about 64, I think, in here. And this is the card that fell out. So I confirmed using the dowsing rods, and they said yes. And then I put it back in, and I said, okay, well, let me know what deck you want me to use for the political message. And that fell out again. So I thought, okay, all right. So I confirmed, and this is the deck. So apparently they want me, we'll see if there's just one card or what they want us to do. Okay, so just a few quick things. Just a reminder, tomorrow is Day of Action, or it's really the Make Good Trouble Day on July 17th in honor of John Lewis. So if you go to 5051, you can spell that out, 5051. So FIFTIFIFTIONE.com. You will see the map of all the events taking place, which is amazing. And then you can click on where you're at. Okay, so if you're interested in participating in any of that, tomorrow's a big day of action. And I'm sure many of you have heard this. I think it's been out for like a week or so, but since the Texas floods, this is a love wins example. Isn't it amazing how Mexico sent, did you guys hear that? That Mexico sent a group of their own volunteer firefighters to help rescue. And I just think that is so amazing considering what we are doing to their people, and for them to turn around and send rescue teams to help us in Texas who essentially voted for what's going on is absolutely amazing. So love wins. I just love that. I love that so much. This is really interesting because, okay, so I got an email today from Ground News, which you guys know that we use just to get our news because it's we can find non-biased news, which is really helpful. And I saw that Elon, one of the articles was Elon is, he's doing the American Party. He's trying to fund the American Party. Well, apparently I heard yesterday, I don't know if this is true. I haven't confirmed if this is true, that Mark Cuban is as well. So that's really surprising. So there's a different, I'm not suspicious of Mark Cuban. I'm more like, what don't I know about this situation? So before I get suspicious, I would rather find out. But because up to this point, his messaging, at least on Blue Sky, has been spot on. Well, I don't see it that often, to be honest. I don't go on Blue Sky that often. But when I do and I see his messaging, I've been relatively comfortable with it. But what's really interesting is the manipulation that Elon's using. I mean, this isn't going to work anymore. At least it doesn't work for me. I know it doesn't work for you. Hopefully it'll stop working with other people. But Elon said his priority will be the Epstein files. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I mean, what a manipulation of getting people to swing to his party, saying his priority will be the Epstein files. I mean, whatever. How about our priority just be to stop trafficking? How about that? How about we put the time and money and energy into that in all the conversations, right? I know we've done the Epstein stuff. We have one more episode coming, part 3, because it is relatively interesting and it's top of news right now. But hopefully, because it is such a big deal that I think we have to look obviously beyond the fact that Trump isn't telling the truth, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, either as Bondi, but it hasn't been forever. I mean, if anyone knows him, I mean, I don't know how anybody can be surprised by this. It depends on who you're listening to. So I think the bigger issue, I think it is good that we're keeping the situation up front. And again, the Diddy thing is just kind of, nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that. It's the same issue. And so hopefully this will just keep it front and center. And okay, if Elon wants to try to manipulate the masses to go over to his side, to use that as an excuse to get them over there, then if that's going to keep this situation front and center, then I guess that's not a bad thing. Just my opinion. So, okay, but I thought that was interesting that he's using that. The other really interesting thing is I watched, I'll post it below in the description. It's about an hour though, so I don't know if other people will be interested in this, but it just something caught my eye this morning and I watched it over coffee. It was a person who did their doctorate, and mostly, he has a podcast and everything, on climate change. And it wasn't just climate change, it was mostly about how energy is expended in capitalism and energy. It had more to do with energy, and how that the spending, everything we spend, everything we buy is a energy movement. There's energy movement in it, right? So that's why the more local we go, it does make me really just continue to think about how what I'm buying, what I'm actually encouraging you guys to buy in terms of like supporting our channel. Like right now we have an Amazon shop because that's like the most convenient or whatever, but maybe there's other ways that we could be moving to. It's really got me thinking about that. In the meantime, we really do appreciate any support you can give our channel through the products we sell or whatever, but just because there's 4 of us working on it. But it really is interesting when you think of climate change in terms of energy, okay? I hadn't thought of it about that before, and most of our energy is coming from fossil fuel, okay? So the really interesting thing that I made the connection, okay, I've been wondering why Trump, besides just being a distraction, why was one of the first things he did was change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America? Like, why did he do that? Besides it just being a distraction, right? However, as part of this guy's presentation, he showed this, I took a picture of it. He showed where the oil is coming from, okay? So take a look at the blue, okay? So the blue area, even though it says offshores, the blue area is Gulf of Mexico. Everything, I swear, everything they're doing, I'm starting to see the connections because I also listened to a podcast, an interview with somebody from AI, someone who's in the tech area. It's a woman. She wrote a book. She knows exactly what these guys are up to. The guys, because they are all men right now, who are doing what they're doing with AI. She knows exactly what they're up to. And how much energy AI is going to take to do what they want to do with it. She said, now, hopefully, you know how when computers first came out, they were like taking up entire rooms, and now now we're walking around with them. So hopefully that'll change. So I have some idea that that's possible, just because we've seen that. But the amount of energy it takes to fuel these data centers that they're building right now, because the data centers, 50 years from now, the data centers might be as big as, what we're holding in our hand now, but they're not right now. Okay. And apparently what she said is that they require fresh water. Okay. They require fresh water. They're actually putting these data centers in areas around the globe that don't even have enough fresh water for the humans to drink it. So that's a huge issue. So that was really interesting to listen to her. I haven't quite gotten through the entire interview with her, but the connections that I'm making is you know why all the tech bros were sitting behind Trump is because they all want access to energy. That's what they want. It's so like now I'm like, oh, okay, the more I hear people talk, now I get it. And especially when I realize the Gulf of Mexico, the blue part, is another area where it says peak oil. There's peak oil in the offshore drilling. And I'm sure change it to Gulf of America because then guess who gets to claim ownership over it? It's Gulf of America. That's just the beginning, right? I'm just speculating, obviously, but I'm starting to see the big picture. So I found that very, very interesting. Um, yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got. I looking at my notes and I don't know, making those connections. So I do think that's why I don't think the tech bros they don't really care politically. I don't think they care. I think that all they want is somebody to allow, which is why now, that's why they wanted all the state parks. That's why they wanted all the funding for the state parks to go away because they want to access them. They want the fresh water that's in there. I guarantee it. I'm again just speculating, but now I'm starting to see. So there's just some connections between this. There is a reason for this madness. And so it was the state parks. What else? I mean, he's taken away any kind of regulation for fossil fuels, like using fossil fuels. He's disregarding, the electric stuff. Now, this guy in the presentation did say, this was very interesting. Where are my notes on that? He did say that, here, I did take some notes on this, that electric cars is not going to solve the issue. And I thought that was really helpful to hear. He did say that there are 6,000 everyday products that are made from oil. 6,000 everyday products that are made from oil. So not only like the transportation, but that switching to electric cars will not he said, switching to electric cars will not meaningfully reduce the oil requirement. Okay. There are 6,000 everyday products, paint, asphalt, medical devices, tires, medicine, football helmets. I mean, he just went on and on and on. Okay. So let me see, this is my notes here. Tech increases demand for energy. So tech in general increases demand for energy, okay, via doing more tasks that humans used to do manually or inventing new tasks. So humans take up less energy than tech does. This is dominating the tech area rather than tech finding new ways to produce energy. They're just, going after this one thing, which is, again, AI, which is going to make, it's speeding up the issue with the environment. It's speeding up the issue with the environment. So, and then he was talking about capitalism. The cheaper things are, the more we use. He said, if phones were like $5,000 each, we would take better care of them. I have friends who switch their phones every time a new one comes out, right? I'm now, I've been doing that with certain things and we really have to think about that we would take better care of things, but because things are cheap, we don't take as care of them, right? So this was also interesting. He said, and this is so true for me. Oh my gosh, I recognize this in myself so much that we get dopamine hits by the wanting of things but not the having of things, the wanting of things. I recognize that in me since I was 5 years old, and I still do it. I really recognized it in me when I was into scrapbooking and my mom was into scrapbooking and we were doing it together. We enjoyed shopping for the material way more. I mean, we enjoyed doing it. It was fun, but it was way more enjoyable for the possibilities, the dopamine hit of buying the different papers and all the different supplies. So I thought that was a really good way to describe that. Dopamine hits are in the wanting, not in the having. So once we have, we want something different. I thought that was really interesting. So then he said, AI will withdraw more from the earth than anything to date. AI will withdraw anything from the earth than to date. Can you believe that? This is exactly why I think, and I wrote down, I wonder if this is why Elon wants to go to space so bad. You know, these tech bros, I don't know. It's interesting. What do you think about all that? I'm starting to make connections. So if you guys are interested, it was a really good presentation. It was really helpful. It wasn't too academic. It was really, I thought it was very interesting. It's about an hour long. So now I wanted to read just a little. I told you last time we were together doing what used to be Coffee with Karen. I don't know. I might get back to Coffee with Karen during the winter. You never know. It just depends on what time I'm recording this. But I thought I would read, there's a few things I wanted to read out of this book that I was reviewing when I was going over for the Spirit Circle. So I thought this was interesting. Just a little reminder of some certain things. Human beings are literally the hands and feet and voices and ears of love, channeled from beyond the veil. Okay, so we're here. One of the things she says in the book, and actually not her writing companion, who is a spirit. Okay, her name was Ella. So Ella, her writing spirit, was writing these words as well. Okay, so she has said that he or she, I don't think, we'll call her Ella. So Ella has said that we are primarily on earth to spread love as quickly as possible. Okay, light, right? Light. And then in this section, she said, human beings are literally the hands and feet and voices and ears of love channeled from beyond the veil. Okay, this is the hard part to hear. There are no exceptions to this. Even the serial murderer or the ISIS warrior is here to create more love. Sometimes this is done by acting out in a way that seems most fearful. But these actions can prompt more love as people respond. This is why it's so important to react to events and the energy around you, not by the way society expects you to, but by how your guidance tells you to. Okay? And then she says, remember this, judgment will breed more judgment, forgiveness will breed more forgiveness. If you can keep these two ideas front and center in your mind, they will be beacons for you to follow in bringing more love into the world. And when you ask, we will help you do that. So this is just a reminder for me that if I am feeling more judgment towards somebody or something, stuff that's going on in the world, to ask to heal that judgment. So I would ask my guides to help me heal that judgment so that I can see it from a neutral standpoint and not from a hatred or disgust or something like that. So then I could get more into the forgiveness of them. Help me see the big picture, right? Help me see the big picture of why something's happening, which is why I really enjoy watching some of those documentaries or like the presentations that gentleman was giving today, because it helps me see things from a different perspective rather than me just staying stuck. So, or stuck in one way of looking at things. Now, I had to pause in between reading this because my husband had come home. And as I was cleaning up the kitchen a little bit, waiting for him to settle for the day, I started thinking about the shopping thing. And shopping on Amazon, or because I know a lot of people are not doing that for other reasons, and kind of protest to Bezos. Or buying local. And I thought, one thing I want to mention to you is do things in small steps. So I'm giving myself some grace because I do find makes my life much easier to shop on Amazon. Okay. However, I am only buying food that is locally grown. Okay. So I that is one way that I am not justifying, but I am taking small steps towards changes. Okay. It's much more expensive the way that I am purchasing meat and vegetables, but that is one thing that is important to me in one way that I can reduce fossil fuels. Okay. So now, does that mean that I should ignore the rest? No, but the reason I'm bringing that up is because I don't want any of us to be too hard on ourselves. Do your best, okay? Because if you start to get hard on yourself, then you can't, you're lowering your vibration, basically, okay? So just do the best you can. Make one change over the next 6 months. Make one change. Then the next 6 months, make another change. Maybe look into what products am I buying that requires a ton of energy, right? And then, see if that's something that you could get at a thrift shop or at a garage sale or something like that. It's just take it one step at a time is all I'm saying. Because I started thinking to myself, I too tend to be an all or nothing thing. I get into something, man, I need it all. Not it, but I have to do it from I always have to go to the extreme. And then I find my way then I work my way back, It's just my personality, and I've recognized it in myself. And so once I learned that today, I was like, oh, we got to stop doing this, got to stop doing that, got to stop. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, it starts to feel, then I get a lot of anxiety about it. So the minute you start to feel anxiety about it is when you say, okay, what part of this can I do right now? Okay. So make changes we're always looking to make changes to improve our lives, but try to take it, a small, one step at a time type of thing, Okay, so messages. This is interesting. It's kind of interesting considering what I just said. And let's see on page, what I just read on here. In terms of reacting to events outside of ourselves, we've been kind of talking about that. But this is the spiritual message that our lead team collective gave us today on the pendulum. They said, why are you breaking your peace? So why are you breaking your peace? And I thought, well, that's very interesting because, if you go to extremes on something, trying to make total changes, you start breaking your peace, right? If you are in huge judgment of things, you're breaking your peace because judging does not feel good. Doesn't feel peaceful, does it? So that's a really interesting message for us today. And then, okay. So I'm going to do all the messages today, and then we'll do the cards because they only gave me one deck of cards today. Okay. So the political message, again, I'm learning to be patient about this. They keep giving us the same thing. Obviously, they want us to keep the hope, I guess. I don't know. But they said again, Trump is going soon. Okay. And then I said where, and they said, this is very consistent, Saudi Arabia. So they spelled that out. Okay. So I'll pull a card for, whatever they want to tell us today. But I did ask them also because I was curious. Now, I did a post in the channel for yesterday. I did a post yesterday on the channel post area to ask questions about the flooding that's going on. Okay. It's really weird. I just feel like every time I turn on YouTube, there's another area that flooded. Davenport, Iowa's flooding right now. New Mexico flooded. There was a flood in Chicago somewhere. They didn't show us the pictures of that, but it was on the news. Texas, obviously. There was another place. West Virginia flooded. So, okay, there's probably a lot of rain or moisture in the air, but I don't know. It's just interesting. So anyways, I decided, I'll ask the lead team collective today. I said, what's going on with the floods? Okay, so really open-ended question. What's going on with the floods? And they were kind of being smartasses. This is what they spelled out for me. I'm like, you suckers. Flowing water. They spelled out flowing water. I'm like, okay, thank you. Thank you for that perspective. So then I said, well, is there a bigger perspective besides flowing water? And then they said, oh, they said sad earth. Oh no. That's what they spelled out, sad earth. So it's just kind of interesting considering I watched um, that speaker today talk about fossil fuels and then AI. I watched that one. I don't know. So sad earth. Okay, so let's see what they have to say on Oracle. Okay, so divine love again. We do have this listed below if you're interested in any of the decks that I use. We do have an affiliate link on Amazon as a way for you to support the channel if you're interested. But you could really support the channel by subscribing. So please, if you do hang out here and you watch these, if you can check to make sure you're subscribed, that would be amazing. Because a lot of people think they are subscribed because it's coming up in your feed. But if you subscribe, it would, I mean, we're at 57. We just passed 57,000. So thank you so much. When we get to 100, we will have a huge celebration. I will even go live when we get to 100. I might go live before then. I don't know. It just depends on, I would like to get back to getting and doing lives. I have a new computer-ish, a newish computer, and where I live, they just upgraded our Wi-Fi equipment. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe that will take care of it. So I might go live again. That was fun when we were going live, wasn't it? Okay, but we'll really go live when we reach 100,000, you guys. Okay, help us out. So double check your subscriptions. Give us a thumbs up as often as possible because that will send, it just helps reach more people, as you probably hear a lot of YouTubers say. It's true. It just helps. And I think it's funny how they always say it's free. Yeah, okay, it is free. It's free to subscribe, but I'm pretty sure most people know that. I don't know. It is a little bit of it's just funny how a lot of people say that. I'm like, I think people know it's free. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's the join when you join, like we have the Spirit Circle. When you join, it's not free, but subscribing, I don't know. Maybe everyone doesn't know that. Okay, so you guys, I guess I'll say the prayer. I already said it this morning, but I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, so your team and your channel, our community, the lead team collective, so it is only of the highest and purest light. Amen. Okay, so lead team is made up of all of our spirit guides, whoever subscribes to this channel. If you're not subscribed, then your lead team might not be included. Did you hear that squeak? Yes, that's what I'm going to say from now on. If you're subscribed to the channel, your lead team is included. Your spirit team is included. Okay, so I should ask the SGs about that. It's funny. Okay, do you guys have a message for us today? What messages do you have, if any? I said this deck. I'm not really feeling any poppers today. Usually they pop pretty fast. Anything. Whoa. All right, let's see about that one. It kind of broke free. This one. And maybe one of these. Okay, let's see. I shall ask. Dowsing rods. Okay. All right. Did we pull the right cards? Yes. Oh, wow. Really wide swing. Okay. They're really agreeing today. So do you want me to read more than one card today? Oh, you do. Okay. The far card on the right. Yes. The second card in. Yes. The third card. No. The fourth card. No. Okay, so just the first two? Okay. Do you want me to have people pick? Like do a pick two? No, you want both cards for everybody? Okay. Is one of the cards meant for the spiritual message and one for the political message? Oh, okay. Because there's only two and there were two. Well, there were three messages because I asked about the flooding, but is the card on the far right, is that for the spiritual message? Yes. Okay. And the second card is for the political message? Yes. Do you have a message concerning the floods? Not today? Okay. All right. So, as a reminder of what each message was, as we look at the cards, let me put these away, otherwise they fall in between the... Okay. So, you guys, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, today, so there's the QR code is right here. I'm going to be sending out, Faye, our astrologer, sent a really awesome update regarding Trump and astrology and Epstein and all that going down. And I'm actually going to copy and paste it in the newsletter today. Okay. So sign up. I'll probably send the newsletter out. Well, it's either today or tomorrow. Depends on what time I get it done. But yeah, by maybe 4 o'clock today. So sign up for the newsletter if you're not in there. Okay, it's free newsletter. All right, so the first message, the spiritual message, and the card that goes with it, the spiritual message was, why are you breaking your peace? Why are you breaking your peace? Oh, okay. So spirit, I am filled with light. Okay. Looks like another reminder to meditate, right? I am still not meditating. I'm really getting very close to my kind of revamping my entire way of eating right now. So I feel like I'm starting to settle in. Okay, so then I can start meditating again. Okay, so I'm going to read that to you. Change me, divine beloved, into one who knows my spirit is eternal and ageless. So if we really believed that, would we let anything break our peace? Because we know we've got forever, you know. Let me release any old ideas of constriction or limitation. My whole body is filled with joy, energy, and beauty, a vessel for the divine Shakti. 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 I don't know how to pronounce that. So I love that. Let me release any old ideas of constriction and limitations. So that's a really good message regarding why are you breaking your peace? Well, I definitely feel less peaceful if I feel constricted and limited. So let's start releasing old ideas of constriction and limitation. I did tell you guys I was going to come back and do a clearing last week, and I just realized that. And I can't remember what it was. See, if I don't write stuff down, not good. But I feel like I'm going to write this down and come in at some point with a clearing for releasing constriction. Oh, old ideas, right? Releasing old ideas of constriction and limitation. Okay. All right. That's a great one. Okay. Then the Trump is going soon was the political message. So let's see. Okay. Generosity. Yeah, that would be very generous. I am abundant love. It'd be very generous of Trump if he left. Trump is going soon. Trump is going soon. Now remember, a message from the other day on Sunday was let it break. Let it break. And then they also said, I just wrote this in my book this morning. This is why I remember this. Let it break. Let it go. Let go of what? Outcomes. No, let go of control and outcomes. Okay, So, really good message as we continue to hear from them that Trump is going soon. But let go of control of that timeline, control of the outcomes. And they're saying let it break. So he'll go as soon as it's broken enough, probably. Of course he will. Because that, that is his birth plan. That is his soul contract, is to do that. So, okay, so let's see. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can easily send blessings to all, even those filled with negativity or fear. May I shower the planet with love, knowing there is an unlimited ocean within me. That's amazing. So remember, that has to do with Trump is going soon, okay? Which means, well, how I'm interpreting this, you let me know how you're interpreting this from a political perspective, is it's time for us, all those people who voted for him, and all those people who didn't, and the people who didn't vote at all, to start coming together, okay? And send blessings to all, even those filled with negativity or fear. And just as we've been asking for our fear-based thoughts and feelings to be healed from our own teams, you could ask for fear to be healed from everybody on earth, as it is, as long as, like I always say, as long as you say something, well, I think it's helpful to say something like in their highest and best, as long as it's in their highest and best, just so you're not interfering with their karma balancing and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, these are amazing messages. I'm going to keep them out and put them in my book. All right, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Have an amazing one. Bye-bye.